Hey everyone, Zephyr here, and welcome to another Sims speed build. Now, my regular viewers might be thinking, Zephyr, why are you posting the Sims 4 content in your Sims 2 channel? Well, I have a plan. I have a vision even, so stick with me and I'll explain it. So step number 1 of the plan was to post this Sims 4 video that you're watching. Step number 2, this video will attract more people who primarily watch Sims 4 content. Raise your hand if you're one of those people. Step number 3, lure these people in by having an interesting build and maybe interesting commentary or just people that seem to vibe with me, okay? Like, lure those people in, get them to subscribe. Step number 4, introduce them to The Sims 2. Show them what The Sims 2 has to offer. Get them excited about watching Sims 2 content. Step number 5, steal every single follower Little Simsy has and, claim you guys as my own. And after completing all these steps, The Sims 2 is gonna rank above every other Sims game. And people are gonna want to watch the Sims 2 content and not the Sims 4 content. And basically, my channel will be a gathering place for every Simmer ever. If you can't tell, I'm kind of exaggerating. I don't want Little Simsy to lose all her followers. In fact, I follow her and watch the majority of her videos. I don't want that girl to fail. I'm just saying I kind of want to introduce some Sims 4 players to the beauty of The Sims 2. So this is me baiting you guys. If you're watching this video as a Sims 4 player, you're being baited. Kinda. I did genuinely feel like playing The Sims 4 today, so that's what I did. And I built this house for a single mother, and I think it turned out quite cute. I love build mode in The Sims 4, and I think there's a spot on my channel for occasional Sims 4 videos. Maybe that's a little controversial, but I can do what I want. It's my channel. So this house is actually a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house for a single mother. And maybe that's a little controversial too, because I don't know of many houses that are just, in real life, 1-bedroom, 1-bath. I mean, they exist, but normally there's 2 bedrooms. But this house just has 1. Whatever, it's a starter home. But like I said, the sim in my head has a child, so they have to unfortunately share the bedroom. But I sectioned the bedroom off with curtains, which I feel kind of makes sense. The child is an infant, but there's still the option for privacy there. You know what I mean? And it's not like the infant necessarily needs privacy. It's just I like the idea of having a curtain in between the 2 parts of the room, the nursery and the main bedroom area. Also, for the majority of this video, I really do try to have a driveway moment in this house. And I guess you could say it's because I'm a Sims 2 player and driveways are normal and cars are normal, and I just felt like it should be normal in the Sims 4, but I'm joking. I want this to be a positive Sims 4 space. I'm trying to be in my positive Sims 4 era, so we're gonna put that away. There are ways to make faux driveways in The Sims 4, but I did not have enough simoleons to make it happen. I mean, I did, but then it would have sacrificed the interior of this build, and I wanted the interior to be decorated and not soulless and empty. So I ended up getting rid of the garage. But I wanted to make sure this lot was suitable for a starter Sims budget, so I had to sacrifice the garage. But I thought it would have been a cute moment. I was going to have, storage in there. I was going to have maybe, a little easel for my Sim to use. But, yeah, we just didn't have the money. And one more little thing about the build before I yap about other things. I was genuinely trying to make all the furniture seem to be kind of secondhand, and some of it's falling apart, but I don't imagine the sim has a lot of money, and I think that she is trying her best for her child, but it's not a luxurious house by any means, and it's lived in, and I like that about this house, because sometimes I feel like Sims starter homes end up being too empty for my liking. The original Maxis, I'm so used to saying Maxis, but the original EA Sims 4 starter homes in Willow Creek and Oasis Springs, and even some of the earlier Sims packs are so empty and depressing to me. I cannot have a sim live in them because I like my homes being decorated, and this is not even me complaining about the Sims 4. The other Sims games have this issue too, where they are building on a budget, but they don't make an attempt to decorate the home at all. And they use the excuse that the house needs to be like empty to a certain degree so it can be run on the like weaker performing computers that people have. But like, I don't know, I don't know if that's a good excuse, honestly. Like, there's some houses that they build that I'm like, you could have put a plant down there, right? Like, you could have done something, put something on the wall. Like, houses have a little bit of decoration. Even if you're not, like, super into interior design, you have something on your wall. You have a plant. Like, just do something for your Sims. Don't have your Sims living in some sort of, like, backrooms looking area. Like, make it look at least a little bit lived in, please. And now we've reached the part of the build where I start to yap about my life and nothing that really involves The Sims. In sort of like major news, my boyfriend actually got a new job. And it's like a significant pay increase from his like other jobs. And we are definitely super excited because if you didn't know, we're in like a long distance relationship and like we don't get to see each other as often as we would like to. And that is potentially going to change in the next year or so because we are going to be looking to get an apartment together. And I feel like once I'm actually like living there, I will thrive. Like, I love that city and I love him and I love the people there and I'm just excited. Send good vibes my way that nothing, you know, kind of puts a wrench in our plans because like I'll be sad if, you know, things don't work out. It's always scary, like, starting a new job. Like, even if you know what you're doing, like, I don't know, new people, new, like, workplace dynamics and all that. Like, it is scary, but I'm just excited for him. And I'm excited for us. Like, we were talking about, like, where we would potentially want to search for the apartment and, like, what we want out of one. And I just feel like we are living in an exciting time. Okay. Let's not go that far. We're not living in, you know, exciting times politically or whatever. But, like, for my little bubble of me and him, we're living in an exciting time together. Just, you know, we're living in an exciting time in quite possibly one of the, you know, most questionable times during human history. I mean, we've had a lot of questionable times, but we are definitely living in a questionable time right now. But in my little 2-person bubble, I'm just excited about the future. Also, I'm sorry I'm kind of like all over the place as I'm building this because like as I was trying to set up this little coffee table, I was realizing that I didn't have my red shelf that, you know, like allows you to place objects freely in this game, and I was too lazy to download it, and I was struggling a little bit, but I decided to keep it in the video, so you get to watch me struggle. I mean, I haven't really built in The Sims 4 in a long time. Like, I dabble in it here and there, but like, I've been a Sims 2 builder for the past few years, but I do genuinely want to have like a Sims 4 mini era where I build like quite a bit in it. I feel like that'd be fun. I don't think I'd be posting, you know, like 10 Sims 4 videos in a row. I want my channel to be primarily focused on The Sims 2, but I feel like scattering a little Sims 4 speed build or video every so often is not gonna hurt anyone. If you're not interested in watching Sims 4 content, don't watch it. Like, what are you doing if you're not interested in Sims 4 content and still watching this video? I suppose you could be in it for me. If you're in it for me, I'm flattered. Definitely let me know. My ego kind of wants to hear it. Maybe I shouldn't admit to that, but whatever. I appreciate honesty. I think people appreciate honesty. Another major life update, which isn't really a major life update at all. It's just something I want to do, but I'm kind of excited about it because it was just announced this morning, so it's still like on my mind, is the fact that Avril Lavigne is coming back to Moncton, the city where I say I live, but I don't really live in it. I live like 20 minutes away from Moncton, 30 minutes, I don't know. I live a certain distance away from Moncton, but it's the closest city to me. And last time she came here, I missed her and I kind of regretted it, but like, she's coming back, and I feel like as a Sims 2 girl who grew up on Sims 2 music videos, and some of the most iconic Sims 2 music videos were based off of Avril Lavigne's songs, I feel like I need to go. And I think I'll be going by myself, which will be an experience. I don't think my boyfriend would be interested in it. And like I said, like, my other friends are in Halifax too now, at this point. So it's like, Do I really want to drag them over here for an Avril Lavigne concert or like even ask? I don't know. I kind of like dropped a subtle hint about it in the Discord chat if anyone wants to come with me. But Halifax to Moncton is a long journey. So like I think I'm fine with going by myself. Actually, the subtle hint I just dropped, it might be expanding into something else in real time, because as I'm recording this, they just told me that she's actually coming to Halifax too. So maybe I'll see her in Halifax instead. I don't know. Stay tuned. And one thing about me is any excuse to go to Halifax is a good excuse for me because I like to see my boyfriend. But I can't sit here and try to decide where to go for too long because like if I wait too long, maybe all the tickets will be sold out. So, and the thing is like I'm probably going to go to Halifax in June for my birthday. Like I'm definitely going to go in June for my birthday. And the concert is in May. But like there's nothing wrong with seeing my boyfriend 2 months in a row. It's just like a financial thing. Like it's gonna cost money to do that, and I don't know, I need to decide. And my little final mini life update is the fact that I watched my first Christmas movie the other day. I mean, not my first Christmas movie ever, but my first of the holiday season. And it's the movie I said I was gonna watch during my last speed build, The Merry Gentleman, featuring Chad Michael Murray. And I liked it. Like, okay, is it like the most cinematic, inspiring, thought-provoking, must-see film in existence? No. But the thing is, it's literally a movie about Chad Michael Murray becoming a male exotic dancer. Like, and it doesn't try to make itself into something that it is not. It knows what it is. The movie knows what it is. Here's the thing. I recently joined Letterboxd, which is like a app that you use to log the movies you've watched. You can rate the movies you watched. And I am aware that like 99.9% of the movies that I'm going to log on that app are going to be 5 stars for me. And The Merry Gentleman was a 5-star movie for me. Because you know what? I went into it knowing what I was about to experience. I knew I was going to experience a Hallmark-like Christmas movie on Netflix, and I wasn't going into it expecting to have my life changed by this movie. So I'm not leaving the movie feeling that I'm missing out on something. So I had a good time watching the movie for what it was. Thus, I gave it 5 stars. And here's the thing. I go into every movie kind of like knowing the vibe, knowing what I'm getting myself into. And even if it's like an objectively bad movie, like I can acknowledge that like The Room by Tommy Wiseau is a bad movie, but I enjoy it for what it is. That movie made me want to read The Disaster Artist. The movie made me want to see The Disaster Artist as a film. Like, that movie is an experience, and it's a 5-star experience at that. I go into movies wanting to have a good time, wanting to eat snacks, wanting to enjoy the experience, and I do that. And sometimes that's just like a little mental game you have to play, but I feel like that's really the best way to watch a movie. So if you want to follow me on Letterboxd and see all my 5-star experiences, my username on there is the same as my YouTube, OMG Zephyr. This build is available on the Sims 4 gallery, which is exciting for me to say because normally I have to tell you guys that my builds are available, linked down below on my Patreon, but I don't have to do that for this build. My username on the Sims 4 gallery is the same as my YouTube as well, OMG Zephyr. I do use quite a bit of packs with this build. Like, I don't have all the packs in the Sims 4, but I have quite a bit, so sorry it's not a base game home. I just feel like you can do more when you utilize all the packs you have in the Sims 4. Base game builds can be fine, but they end up looking like samey to me a lot of the times. There's not a lot of items to choose from. And some of the base game items are kind of outdated anyway. So this isn't a base game build. I'm sorry. I feel like I need to put a disclaimer. Base game builds are great. Some people are really talented and make really good base game builds. I just feel like it's easier to build when you have, you know, expansion packs. I do acknowledge that the Sims 4 base game is free. Base game builds are the most accessible builds for creators to make, but I just feel like for me personally, I like building with all the packs that I have. And one little off-topic note, we may be in the midst of a alien invasion, according to Reddit, and I just felt like putting that out there to the Sims community. One of my little hobbies that is not Sims related is looking up alien subreddits and reading what people have to say on these subreddits, because it's honestly a great time, because there's some people on the subreddit who actually get upvoted who like talk about aliens like they personally met them, like they honestly believe they personally have met a gray alien, and like they talk about them like they're their best friends. But a lot of the times they are talking about UAPs or UFOs, and I find that stuff interesting. And there's been a lot of people seeing stuff in the skies lately, so that has people theorizing that we're about to be invaded. I don't think we are. I don't know why people are trying to like manifest it either, because if a alien race gets here with the intent to harm us, they're gonna harm us, because we don't have the technology to like get to that alien's planet, or even like fathom like, you know, traveling outside of our solar system. And we're not going to be able to fight anything that can do that and has the power to get here and is angry at us. So I don't know why people are like, oh, maybe it'll happen to make the world a better place. It's not going to make the world a better place. I just want to make it clear that my consumption of this kind of content is 100% not serious. Like, you don't have to be concerned. It's just something fun that I do that I don't take too seriously. I do believe that the universe is huge, and like, I think there's life out there. I'm not necessarily sure if they have visited us before. I think there's a possibility there could be some crazy things going on in our oceans, but I'll leave it at that. But anyway, we are getting towards the end of the video now. Like I said earlier, I do want to make more Sims 4 related videos in the future. It's never going to be the primary focus of this channel. The Sims 2 will always be the primary focus, unless like a life simulation game comes out that absolutely knocks The Sims 2 out of the water for me. Like, I can't imagine that happening. I feel like I'm always going to be playing it. Even if that perfect game did come out and had like every single feature I want in a life simulation game, I feel like I would still like post Sims 2 videos occasionally, because like, I don't know. I feel like I've been in a relationship with The Sims 2 for like 2 decades. I just wouldn't want to cut off my relationship with The Sims 2. Even if a new life simulation game comes out that I really, really, really enjoy, I feel like I could just never stop playing The Sims 2. I'd tell you guys to stick around for the screenshots, but it seems like we're knee deep in some screenshots right now. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.